Now, saying that God cursed Adam, right, and Eve is like saying that a mother that told her child that is sleeping around without protection, her daughter maybe, say, you will get pregnant too, you will carry HIV, is cursing her. She's not cursing her, she's telling her the consequences of her reckless action, right? So you see in scriptures, like for those people that say, oh, no, God did not curse Adam. When Adam and Eve ate the fruit. Of course, we know it's not apple, but that's another story for another day. When they began to fellowship with the enemy and began to, fellowship with another life, another type of life in variance of what he had for them. And when they, came into another site as a result of the fellowship they had, of course, he was telling them, Nakai, things were supposed to be so easy, guys. Things were supposed to be like this. But now, because of this type of life, this lower type of life, that is a fallen type of life, these are the consequences of what you're going to face. Oh, and there's so much connotation to maybe on another video I'll talk about dust to dust, ashes to ashes. It's not what we quote at burials. It doesn't really literally mean dust to dust, ashes to ashes, like literal dust. And that's, by the way. So what was God trying to say? That Kai, things were supposed to be easy for you. The type of man, because the new creation man was what Adam was supposed to evolve into, right? And become, as it were, just by gazing or fellowshipping around the tree of life and looking at fellowshipping God. But he partook another kind of life. And because of that, we see the kind of fall, even many things that we experience, even something as little as plate breaking, death, yes, sicknesses, even things like corruption, like eating an apple, going back to apple now, or any fruit at all, and it actually decays, or living food and it decays, all kinds of corruption, every spectrum that you've deemed normal. These were not things that are supposed to be normal. Although Jesus came to, bring the restoration and redeem man from the curse, because curse is every man that hung on a tree. So there's restoration. So you shouldn't go about expecting death in your life, because there's redemption now. So you should insist on what Christ has done, because someone can have 10 million in their bank account and they are nowhere, still living like a pauper. It's the same way. If you're not aware of these things, you will still remain under what you have been liberated from, what Jesus has reversed, as it were, and brought us back to this God life, to this eternal life, to this new creation life. So our job is to actually keep gazing on him and explore. That's the essence of the Christian life. That's the end of prayer, is consciousness. The end of meditation is consciousness. The end of declaration is consciousness. They're not an end in themselves. They're a means to an end, to bring us back to. I love, maybe I'm going to add it. I love the quotation on Mirror Translation that says, my soul remembers who I am at the still waters. Oh my goodness. We're supposed to